Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens, Lisa
Yeah.
Ray, Vivica A. Fox, and Selena Johnson. Okay, let's get into this. The Pose fans are outraged because none of its trans and non-binary female cast members received 2020 Emmy nominations. The only person to receive a nomination is Billy Porter, who considers himself a cis man. Actress Angelica Ross took to Twitter and told fans that she was so tired that people who are working hard to make positive changes for underrepresented people are being undermined across the board by people in power. Does she have a point? And what are your thoughts?
Well, welcome to the party. Do you have any idea how many African American actresses for years have been overlooked? It's part of it. You have to realize with nominations, and I hate to be so blunt about it, it's about popularity and money.
And what I don't want to happen is that they try to peg them against each other, you know? So, and I guess it goes both ways, because I'm sure they're probably looking like Billy is not the only person that should be getting eyes on him, because they're feeling like he's the one. He was at the Oscars, and he's been at the Emmys, he's like,
and he's on the cover of magazines.
So they're like, he is not the token one. He cannot speak for us all. But it's like anything, it's a slow progression. You know what I mean? It's like, now you got yourself in there and people are looking. It's like, and now that we know people are looking, now you got to act accordingly, because now, if not, they're going to slam that door and it's going to be even harder for us to get through. And I say us, I mean them and us as Black women and them as trans.
How come Billy just can't be real talented?
That part, which he is. He does an amazing job.
I love
But
Billy.
You guys, you have to realize in building a career, it's about connecting the dots. When you learn about connecting the dots in building a career, your look, your representation, getting exposure, being around, like it's building a career. And people have to understand that you may be doing an amazing job on a show. You can't scream and no one knows about you. And then they go, okay, who's that? And then you burn that bridge. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I just think playing the race card when it comes to nominations, in my honest opinion, is not the way to go. I would then try to work with Billy, so that then that Billy gets a lot of opportunities. He gets a lot of exposure. Connect yourself to him, not from him.
I agree. I don't think everything has always to be discrimination all the time. I think that there is discrimination, and we're aware of it. We point it out. There's, we're fighting for our rights, but sometimes people just be talented.
Yes.
And they win.
I think that's an amazing at the door right now, and they're saying, hey, you saw one, you saw two, but here's all of us. And we're like, whoa, okay, hold on. Because one thing I saw, I don't know if you ladies have seen it, it was a documentary that Laverne Cox did called Discovery or something. And it was on Netflix, I believe, but it was so good. Well, I'm here for the children. You know what I mean? I
love the children too. But did you see how Laverne then started doing all of the imitations of Beyonce? And she got a lot. Oh, yes. And she got a lot of exposure. She connected herself to a queen instead of you have to do the work. These children, they want to be recognized so quickly that you have to realize a career is over time, sweetheart.
Yes.
It takes time, like Beyonce. She is the queen of the moment. How long has she been doing this, you guys? Over 20 something years.
Longer than that.
I agree. And what I don't want to happen, and we have to, I feel like I got to choose my words so carefully, because I don't want people thinking I'm coming for them. Anything that's critical or an opposing opinion. I don't want to be labeled as transphobic. I'm not. Or homophobic or this phobic or that phobic. I'm not. So let's just put that aside right now. To assume you should be just out the gate right away, kind of like what Lisa Ray is saying, like because you didn't get it this year, you're being discriminated against. That's not necessarily the case. And we also don't want to get into a thing where just because you're trans, you get an award, because you don't want to be the token trans, you don't want to be the token Black, and you don't want to be the token woman. You want to get it because you goddamn deserved it. Now, not to say those people on trans, they are all talented. Like, I don't even know which one you pick, because they're all so talented. I think the issue that Angelica was having was, even amongst us, the one cis-born male that identifies as male, he's the one that's getting the attention and not the transgender Black women. So I think that's where the issue was.
But you just got to keep working. You know what I mean?
Do the work.
Doing
just
the work.
Do the work. I mean, that's all I ask.
You'll be noticed. Definitely. Because I know I love Pose and I love the phenomenal acting on, on the show. But again, some of the actors there, it's like you put them up against
Denzel?
Viola Davis.
You know what I mean?
Viola Davis, right.
Like then
Kerry
so
Washington.
Do she win or do she win? I mean, it's
right.
like her career against, your career that you have this show that you've done for 3 seasons,
Right.
So,
and there's so many, right, because there's so many Black actresses that, and Black actors that have not yet been recognized for their work, and they have been doing it for years and years and years as well.
And to piggyback what Vivica said, you have to really put yourself out there, and it's not just about that project, right, Vivica? Like I remember an article I read about Halle Berry. She said the first $2,500 she made in her career, she put towards a publicist. So you set yourself apart from being a working actress and a star. Right. So when he goes on the red carpet and he makes those statements, that has nothing to do with his work, but it's making people remember who he is, and then they see you differently. You got to invest, right? And that is all part of the game.
Got to invest.
And that's what I was basically saying, Claudia. It's how you play the game to get in the room, to get the attention, to get the buzz, for people to know who you are, instead of the complaining ass bitch that said, "Did y'all not see them tears? I killed it."
Okay.
And they're like, "No, we did not." And you are. So, it's not, like I said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's literally building a team that can get you in the room to get those nominations. It's a process, you guys.
And a lot of people don't know how long they've been at it. They've been at it underground. You know what I mean? Because now they had their own world, because they felt like they had to be in the closet because they weren't accepted the way that they are today. So now the door has been kicked open, and it's so many now. So it's like, give us a chance to see you all, because I'm here for it.
Yeah. That's good. Y'all drop some nuggets over there in these squares over here. These two.
Okay.
These 2 squares are snapping tonight.
Well, like Vivica said, be patient, do the work. There's a lot of people. And if you think you've been snubbed after a couple of seasons on an amazing show, think of all the fantastic people out there, actresses that have never gotten even a nomination that so deserve it. We have one right here. You know what I mean? There's a lot.
I done got nominated before and was sitting there and had my little speech together and was ready to hit the stage, honey. I had my little Kleenex ready, was like, bitch, did not get called, okay? So welcome to the party.
Because I got nominated for an NAACP award for Best Supporting Comedian, comedic actress. And just the nomination alone for me was like, but I already knew I wasn't gonna win, so I wouldn't have no speech, none of that. But it was just a great thing to be a part of. It was just like, wow. And it just, either if you with that, you either work towards that. I don't give a damn about an Oscar, really. You know what I mean?
Is it really I do. I do.
I get the cast of Pose wanting to be recognized. I understand that, right? Like, who doesn't want to be recognized? Like, you want recognition for your hard work, but like, you don't want to also take away from your co-star's moment as well that did get the nomination, because that's probably making him feel a little shitty as well.
That's true.
There's room at the top for a lot of us. It's just going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
As I said, just do the work, sweetie. They'll see you. They'll see you soon.